bring up surprises, and I'm eager to want to see what this game will produce this evening.
So the game will be kicking off shortly, and it goes down here at the National Arena in Bucharest. It's the round of 16, match 41 of Euro 2020. One team has to go and the other half has to scale through. Is it going to be Switzerland or is this going to be France? Having a party like they did in 2018 when they won the World Cup. 2016 they got to the final of the Euros when they hosted it and eventually lost out. On the screen is Paul Pogba. He's already talking to the players, and so far so good. He's been France's best player in Euro 2020. He's lived up to the billing. A lot of people say it's only when he's surrounded by great players that's when he performs, and that's why maybe we're still yet to see the best of Pogba playing for Manchester United. Switzerland will be kicking off from right to left of our screen as they put on a white top, a white short and a white socks, while for France they put on a navy blue top, a navy blue short and a red socks. Here we go, it's the big encounter, Switzerland versus France, and who wins down here at Bucharest? Switzerland already with the ball with Akonji, goes over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes to the left flank, finding Zuba. Zuba goes back to Akonji. Akonji finds Rodriguez. It's the live commentary on 92.3 Nigeria Info. You can also drop your messages on WhatsApp. That is 0809 030 6416. I take it once again, 0809 030 6416. France already on the attack early on with Kylian Mbappe making his way into the 18-yard box. Here is Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann waits for the run of Adrien Rabiot. Griezmann trying to cross one in. It's being blocked by Vidma, and it's a corner kick for France. Not forgetting we're also live on Facebook as at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH on Facebook. Already a brilliant start for France, Dorcas.
A brilliant start from France as expected. I expected them to take the game right on immediately it starts, and we've seen Kylian Mbappe making his runs from the left, and I've been quite impressed with how they played so far.
Griezmann with the cross header is coming from Rafael Varane. Not the best of headers, doesn't seem to trouble the goalkeeper Jan Sommer. We have personal Kimpembe on the ground as he's covered to the ground holding his chest. Seems to be a rash tackle on Kimpembe. Oh my,
I think it's his leg. Yeah, I think he was stamped on. We have to look at that again before we can. Oh yeah, definitely landed awkwardly. His landing wasn't right at all. While Varane was thinking of heading the ball into the back of the net for France, it was personal Kimpembe who was struggling with his landing, and eventually he didn't land quite well. He's limping at this point in time, and I hope he can continue.
Kimpembe picks himself up and is jogging back to defense. Didier Deschamps, a champion of Europe in 2000, captained the French team in winning the title. And just like he did in 1998, captained them in winning the World Cup. Will he be able to also coach them in winning the Euros, also like he did coach them in winning the World Cup? Here's Elvedi. Elvedi goes to Vidma, goes infield to Xhaka, a long pass in, looking for Brele Mbolo, and there's also Seferovic. Seferovic still trying to hang on to that. Mbolo, yes, Seferovic touches it out to Shaqiri. Shaqiri across into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out by Pavard. Brilliant to have him once again in the lineup. Talking of Benjamin Pavard on a yellow card. We have 4 players from France on a yellow card. The captain and goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, Benjamin Pavard, personal Kimpembe, and Antoine Griezmann, Mbolo and Xhaka, those on yellow cards for Switzerland. Corner by Rodriguez. Across into the 18-yard box. Header, not the best from Seferovic. It's further cleared by Adrien Rabiot, and Paul Pogba picks it up as he clears it out for a throw-in for Switzerland.
I think it's going to be a very difficult task for the Swedes side to ward off those attacks coming from the attackers of France. We've gotten to see Mbappe run from the left-hand side, making things difficult for Elvedi. We've not seen much of Benzema in a couple of minutes, of course, not even Griezmann, but for Kylian Mbappe, it's going to be a turn on the fleshes of the defense of Switzerland.
Here Switzerland on the attack coming in was Rodriguez. Ball dispossessed from Rodriguez by Pavard. Pavard still wins it back. And here's Kylian Mbappe, closed down by Granit Xhaka. Also, we have Akanji trying to close down on Mbappe. They go in field. Here's N'Golo Kante, has his chance to strike. Rather goes to the wing, finding Karim Benzema. Benzema gets past his marker into the 18-yard box. Still hanging on is Benzema. Rodriguez able to hold on and finally cleared out by Akanji. Personal Kimpembe can pick it up. Still in the half of Switzerland. As they keep the Swedes in their own half, pressurizing them. Kante for Rabiot. As Kante goes back, finding Longley. Yes, Paul Pogba for Rafael Varane. Varane for Clement Longley. Longley over to Personal Kimpembe. Kimpembe. Brilliant pass. Finding Mbappe. 1-2 touch between Mbappe and Griezmann. Griezmann back to Kylian Mbappe. There's Mbappe. Hands goes up from the Swiss player. Seems to be a handball. A cross in by Griezmann. It's a chance for Benzema. He goes down. Paul Pogba's strike is being blocked by Rodriguez. Well, Kante gets it back for France. Kante finds Benjamin Pavard. Yes, Pavard. As he goes back for Rafael Varane. Clement Longley. Longley finds one of his centre-back partners in Personal Kimpembe. Kimpembe loses out to Embolo, but Longley gets it back. Akanji brings it down. And here's Granit Xhaka, has to go back to the goalkeeper. Talking of Sommer back to Granit Xhaka. Fuela making a run in front of Xhaka, and he gets the ball. Fuela over to Seferovic. Fuela once again a brilliant play to Zuba. Zuba crosses it into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out by Kimpembe, not the best of clearance. Further cleared by Longley, and Griezmann brings it down. Closed down by Granit Xhaka. Griezmann's pass is all for Adrien Rabiot, and here is Kylian Mbappe as he has Elvedi to go against. Mbappe is quick and fast, goes past Elvedi, but Xhaka covers, and Mbappe gets it back. It's not giving up, Kylian. Across into the 18-yard box, a chance for Benzema. It's cleared out by Akanji, and it's a corner kick for France.
It's been a cul-de-sac already in this game between France and Switzerland. A one-way ticket for France, who have been pressing, who have been creating the chances, who have been dominating the middle and are attacking quite brilliantly against the defense of Switzerland. Kylian Mbappe has been awesome going forward as well. Griezmann have had his fair shares of ball coming into the middle of the pack. So yes, it's been a cul-de-sac already, and I hope they can continue this. It reminds me of the game between France and Hungary, where it ended 1-0 between the two sides in the group stages.
Smith John on WhatsApp says he hopes France win, with Griezmann taking the free kick. It's cleared out by the defense of Switzerland, further cleared by Xherdan Shaqiri. They could lead an attack for Personal Kimpembe. Has to clear that out for throwing for Switzerland. Already we have the coach, Vladimir Petkovic of Switzerland, up screaming and urging his team to keep everything cool. They've really been under pressure in the first 8 minutes. Kimpembe still not working so well, limping. Here's Embolo. An attack now for Switzerland. Embolo up against Varane. Goes past Varane into the 18-yard box. Still hanging on is Embolo. Wins a corner kick. And Varane seems to be surprised. He claims he didn't touch the ball.
He seemed to be surprised, but the referee have decided the ball heads for corner in favor of the Swiss team, who have been also good going forward. We've seen Zuba and Vidma attacking via from the flanks, and have done quite well. Embolo has been quite there to get the ball whenever he comes in. So yeah, pretty good from the wings, also from Switzerland.
Rodriguez will take the corner for Switzerland. Speaking of Rodriguez, he applies it straight for Torino. At this moment in the Italian Serie A, he's been at Germany, played for Wolfsburg. Now in Italy, the corner was cleared by Rafael Varane. There's Granit Xhaka. Xhaka goes back to Akanji. Akanji plays it on for Elvedi. Back to Akanji. Xhaka comes deep and gets the ball from Akanji. Xhaka with a pass to Rodriguez. A brilliant flick from Rodriguez, finding Zuba. Zuba was looking for the run of Seferovic. Yes, Mbolo. Mbolo nearly breaks into the 18-yard box. Still hanging on is Mbolo, who has to go back now, finding Rodriguez. Mbolo comes out of the 18 to get that one. Granit Xhaka for Frela. Frela gives the ball infield, and yes, Seferovic, brilliant turn. Still hanging on in there, and Frela loses out to Paul Pogba. Gets it back anyway, Frela. As here they are still on the attack. Across into the 18-yard box. It just goes past the goal line, and no one in there to get the touch. Even the fact they have Frela running into the 18-yard box could not get his head on that.
Ekpo, I must say that the Swiss team, the side, they have approached this game with a really good high tempo, and they can. The problem is if they can keep this rhythm for the entirety of the game, the entire 19 minutes. But for now, they started pretty well. Frela has done well, and Mbolo has done well while attacking, and Seferovic is also there. So yeah, let's see if they can take the lead over the French side there tonight.
It's 10 minutes going in this encounter. It's still 0-0 down here at Bucharest. Adrian Rabiot, Personal Kimpembe, Longley, back to Kimpembe. Kimpembe finding Rabiot. Here's Longley. Longley goes to the flank for Kylian Mbappe. Kante. Yes, Rabiot. Griezmann comes deep, gets it. There's N'Golo Kante. Kante for Longley. Longley dragged the ball into the half of Switzerland and then finds Rafael Varane. Goes back to Longley. Longley for Kimpembe. Kimpembe goes infield and finds Mbappe. He lost out there. Yes, Rodriguez for Switzerland. Rodriguez for Mbolo. Mbolo nearly dispossessed of the ball as he goes back to his goalkeeper, Yan Soma. Soma for Akonji of Nigerian descent. Talking of Akonji, who applies his trade for Switzerland and also plays for Borussia Dortmund in the German Bundesliga. Here is Akonji after receiving the ball from Granit Xhaka. Mbolo comes deep. Pass not the best. Benzema brings it out for Griezmann. Griezmann from Mbappe into the 18-yard box. Benzema making the run. It's cleared by Akonji. Further cleared by Frela. As Vidma is dragging it back into his own half and wins a goal kick for Switzerland.
Ekpo, it has been a very lively opening 10 minutes of the game so far. Both sides are looking to curate, and they have looked quite creative going forward. Switzerland have been asking questions of the French defense recently, and the Le Blues, they have to defend. They have defended set pieces really, really well and are already showing what they have when it comes to defense. And I've been quite impressed so far with about 10 minutes of game time played here.
Rodriguez for Zuba. Back to Rodriguez. Here's Zuba. Plays it back to Rodriguez, who finds Akonji. Has to go back to his goalkeeper, Soma. Soma for Xhaka. Xhaka to Vidma. Vidma for Frela. A long pass in, and he wins a throwing after the ball's deflected off Anton Griezmann. Still speaking is Petkovic Vladimir, the coach of Switzerland. Vidma will take the throw. Still waiting for a run up front. Goes for a long one for Seferovic. Brings it down. Was looking for Mbolo, but Rabiot gets it. Yes, Longley. Longley for Benjamin Pavard. Pavard goes back to Hugo Lloris. And Longley finds Personal Kimpembe. Kimpembe for Paul Pogba. Pogba. Longley. Longley for Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann to Pogba. Mbappe nearly making a run. Yes, Rabiot. Rabiot for Griezmann. A ball for Mbappe. And you have Elvedi trying to close him down. Mbappe brings it down beautifully. Griezmann making a run. Mbappe rather goes back, finding personal Kimpembe. Kimpembe over to Longley to Griezmann. Let it roll. Mbappe also does same, and Rabiot was not able to go out for that one.
I must commend the marking of the Swiss, how they defend against Kylian Mbappe and every other player of the national team for France. They have held them closely. They've made sure that they don't get past them when it comes to the defense, and we've gotten to see that the French team can't seem to break how defensive the Switzerland team are. Talking about that, we've gotten to see them, especially Rodriguez is basically a wing back in this left wing back in this game, and imagine him tracking forward, assisting the attackers, but then he's very quick. They are not scared of being exposed. As the Switzerland team are not scared of being exposed. They are quick and they always track back and get good positioning when it comes to a defensive structure.
Already on a yellow card is personal Kimpembe as he concedes a foul for France. Xhaka, Mbolo, brilliant touch for Seferovic. We had Shaqiri making a run, and now here is Zuba. Zuba, one step over, crosses it into the 18-yard, but Seferovic has a head, and yes, it's the first goal. France concede a goal down here at Bucharest. Seferovic, the goal scorer. Really surprising. It's been France all the way, but Switzerland hits the back of the net first, and this is what we want, the entertainment and the joy of Euro 2020.
Yeah, it's been a very good start for Switzerland. It is Seferovic who eventually got the first goal for Switzerland against France. Remember, I said I don't see surprises tonight, but this is definitely a surprise. It has taken me by surprise, and I am shocked to get to see the world champions here trailing to Switzerland. But I said before that Switzerland are no pushovers, and they've done that right now. Looking at that attack again, looking at the replay, it was initiated from the middle, got to, of course, that man Zuba, who found spaces in the middle, sent a true ball into the middle of the park, found Seferovic's head, and it was a really good header from Seferovic. It got past, of course, Hugo Lloris, who did absolutely nothing, or who could do absolutely nothing of that ball, and it's Switzerland leading here over France 1-0.
Clement Longley beaten in the air by Seferovic. Really surprising because he didn't even take a jump. Talking of Longley, it's been a wonderful partnership between Raphael Varane and personal Kimpembe. But Longley starts today, you could say maybe it's due to the fact that France on the bench. You have Lucas Hernandez, who is on the yellow card. You also have Lucas Digne, who came in last game against Portugal and got injured. He's not on the bench tonight. That's why Didier Deschamps has decided to stick with a three-man defense, playing Longley, personal Kimpembe, and Raphael Varane.
Ekpo, a quick question. How would you feel if France loses out to Switzerland today?
It's football, it's full of surprises.
You knew we were going to be tricky with that question.
Yes, it's full of surprises. And Switzerland has given us the first surprise of the game, scoring the first goal. It's 17 minutes gone and the lead in this encounter. Mbappe's touch is for Kante. Kante nearly dispossessed of the ball, but Kante gets it back. On for personal Kimpembe. Paul Pogba. If France need anything from Pogba, they need it at this moment. Rabiot, Kante, Griezmann. He's brought down and he wins a free kick. Talking of Antoine Griezmann, free kick for France. The foul came in from Frela. Griezmann will take the free kick. So we have a couple of French players making their way into the 18-yard box. Kimpembe, Varane. There's also Rabiot, Mbappe, Pogba, all making their way into the 18-yard box alongside Karim Benzema.
Everybody's needed for this particular action. A free kick from Griezmann could produce a goal, an equalizer for the French national team, and you've gotten to see the bodies that they already do have in the wall.
Griezmann across into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out by the defense of Switzerland. Seems to be Granit Xhaka and Mbolo able to gather, and Swiss can lead a counter-attack here. Although Kimpembe still closing down Zuba. It's finally taken off, and it's going to be a goal. It's going to be a goal kick. Already seems to be the man that's cleared that from a free kick that came in from Antoine Griezmann. France needs something quickly. You'd say there's still time.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time, but we've had surprises. Teams score in the first half and end up not conceding. even in the second half. Longlet has to clear that ball. A long pass which came in and was looking for Shadon Shaqiri. Here is Akonji. Rolls it into the half of France and goes back into his own half, finding Elvedi. And then for Vidma, a long pass, just too much. And that goes into the hands of Hugo Lloris. Yes, Clement Longley. Longley for Rafael Varane. Varane goes infield. And goes for a long ball. He's looking for the run of Benjamin Pavard. Too much. Goes out for a throw-in.
We talked about, the French team or even Switzerland posing a major surprise today against France. But let's also remind you and our listeners that there has only been 3 teams who have so far come from behind to win a game here in the UEFA Euro 2020. Belgium against Denmark, Germany versus Portugal, and of course the epic game today between Spain and Croatia. So yes, just 3 games so far.
How's it epic? I told you. It swept that off our feet. Maybe this one will as well.
Yeah, they proposed.
Because we already have a goal. There's Shaqiri. Making a run is Vidma. Goes past Rabiot. Could get one into the 18-yard box. And it's a goal kick. Last ball came off Rabiot, so says the assistant referee. This message from Skillful Perot says he sees France moving to the next round and Italy to the finals. Once again on our screen is that header from Seferovic. Brilliant header. Hugo Lloris had nothing to do. Could not have stopped that. Hugo Lloris, regardless of where he stood.
Exactly.
Francois Mbappe goes past his marker and Akonji is able to gather, stopping Mbappe. Brilliant touch back from Akonji. Here's Granit Xhaka and Mbolo making a run in front of Xhaka. Also is Zuba. His pass not the best. Benjamin Pavard closes that down. Seferovic trying to stop Pogba. A long pass in from Mbappe. What a pass from Paul Pogba. Mbappe brings it down. But Elvedi is able to stop Kylian Mbappe from going to his goalkeeper, Jan Sommer.
And that's what we talked about, the quality in the French national team. Popova has been fabulous for the French team from the onset since the Euro started. He saw a beautiful pass. He saw a beautiful run made by Kylian Mbappe, and he had to cross the ball. And it also looked like Kylian Mbappe was maybe offside from what I just saw, from a few clips I saw. But that was a beautiful pass, and if it would have been utilized by Mbappe, it would have been an equalizer for France.
A ball from Rodriguez, looking for the run of Granit Xhaka. It's cleared out by Longley. Brilliant touch from Paul Pogba, Pavard, Benzema, N'Golo Kante. And then for Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann finds Mbappe. Rather Rabiot, who goes back to Antoine Griezmann. There's Griezmann on for Adrian Rabiot. Mbappe makes a run up front and gets the ball. Mbappe, Rabiot back. And it's Rabiot and the 18-yard box. The cross is just past the head of Karim Benzema. Seems to be surprised there as he put the ball behind Benzema. I think someone had a hand on that. He's on our screens. Brilliant touch from France from the left flank.
Brilliant attack coming from that man Rabiot from the midfield. He sprinted his way through to the 18-yard box of France, though he got the ball from Kylian Mbappe, and Rabiot saw that good run made by that man Karim Benzema, but it was Somers who got his hands to that ball to deny Kylian Mbappe, to deny Karim Benzema for getting into the score sheet.
Yes, Rabiot once again for Mbappe. Mbappe asks Fuela to go past, doesn't go past him, and Fuela wins it back after a touch from Mbappe, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be a throw-in. A throw-in for Switzerland will be taken by Vidma. The lead by a goal to nothing. The goal scorer, Haris Seferovic. Talking of Seferovic, plays it straight with Benfica, and he scores his 23rd goal for Switzerland in his 78th appearance. Mbolo brings that down. Xhaka wins a foul after Paul Pogba pushes him down. They both know themselves in England when Arsenal face Manchester United.
Yeah, they do. Always been foes, and once again they are foes again in this big game between France versus Switzerland.
Here's Xhaka. Shaqiri finds Vidma. Shaqiri gets it back. Has to go back to the goalkeeper, Sommer. Sommer out of his 18. And then finds Ricardo Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Granit Xhaka. Xhaka for Shaqiri. Mbolo making a run. It's stopped out by Longley, and then France gets it back with Kimpembe. There's Benzema coming deep to get it. Antoine Griezmann to Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot for Griezmann. He's not had a bad tournament, Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann leading an attack for France. Back to Adrien Rabiot in the left flank. Rabiot goes finding Paul Pogba. Pogba over to personal Kimpembe. Kimpembe to Rafael Varane. 21 men in the half of Switzerland. That's how deep the Swiss are sitting. And here is Longley. Longley over to personal Kimpembe. Kimpembe over to N'Golo Kante. Kante to Griezmann, and then over to Mbappe. Loses out. Yes, Paul Pogba. Pogba trying to flick, and then to Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann to Kante. Kante brings it back, finding Antoine Griezmann. Not the best of passes from Griezmann. Seems to win a free kick there. Rabiot as the ball came off Fruela. So free kick for France in a wonderful position.
Yeah, a wonderful position, we must say. But that ball, I wouldn't say it was handball. According to the referee had said it was handball. I think it was due to the pressure from the France players. But it is a free kick for France, and I hope they can use it wisely.
Talking of using it wisely, you have Mbappe behind the ball. It's 23 meters the distance to go from where the free kick is to be taken from. There's Griezmann. If you need a cross into the 18-yard box, you let Griezmann take it. You need a strike on goal. You allow Kylian Mbappe to be doing that. Mbappe and Griezmann are behind the ball. It's a 4-man wall for Switzerland. You have Xhaka, Mbolo, Seferovic all in the wall. Mbappe takes it, doesn't go past the wall. Another strike from Mbappe, and it goes wide. Disappointing finish from Mbappe.
Disappointing, but it's a good try. It's a good try towards goal, and this is what they need to give them hope in this game to try to get an equalizer against the Swiss team. It wasn't a well taken a free kick by that man, Kylian Mbappe. It struck the wall, the Swiss wall, and the ball came with a rebound, and he took the rebound, but it was just a wayward shot from Kylian Mbappe, too wayward for any goals to go in for France.
Ball didn't seem to trouble Yann Sommer. There's Akonji. Akonji plays it to Mbolo. Mbolo for Granit Xhaka. Xhaka has Zuba making a run, but rather plays it infield. And here is Zuba. Zuba, a touch again into the 18-yard box. It goes off Kante. Referee says no, as rather the ball went off Zuba, and it's a corner kick. A goal kick, I beg your pardon. The referee says it's a goal kick for France.
We're looking at that play. I think it's supposed to be a corner, but the referee saw that the ball came off Zuba, and a goal kick has been awarded to France.
Longley for Paul Pogba. Benzema making a run. Pogba finds him, brings it down Benzema, but Akonji stops Benzema from holding on to the ball for so long. Here's Kimpembe. Over to Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot making his way into the 18 of Switzerland and waiting for players to make their way in there. Mbappe's cross is cleared out by Akonji. Picked up by Longley. Here is Rafael Varane in the half of Switzerland. That's how you should know how France are enjoying the ball possession and how France just seem to be cruising in the encounter. Here's Longley once again. Longley finding Rafael Varane. Rafael Varane goes over to Paul Pogba. Pogba with a long ball, switching the ball from right to left, as he finds Rabiot. Strike does not trouble the goalkeeper, but really a wonderful strike, I should say. Still yet to have a shot on target, France.
A really good strike from Rabiot. Like I said before, they need to try this. They need everything that they can against the Swiss team. We're just inches away from the goalpost. Yann Sommer was able to follow the ball, but it was just inches off the goalpost. It is still Switzerland 1, France 0 after 29 minutes of game time played here in the National Arena in Bucharest.
Didier Deschamps screaming and had to pick himself off from the seat after that strike from Rabiot. There is Akonji, goes past Benzema and then finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez all the way from defense, trying to lead an attack for Switzerland. Switch of play over as he finds Vidma, who's playing as right wing back. Vidma over to Shaqiri, then to Granit Xhaka. Yes, Rodriguez. Zuba in front of him, gets the ball. Zuba has a chance to cross, but have to go past his marker, and Rafael Varane gets the touch. Varane, Zuba still hanging on. Zuba back to Rodriguez, to Granit Xhaka. Xhaka for Mbolo, has a turn and is surrounded by 4 players. Yes, Rodriguez goes back to Akonji. Akonji plays it back to Xhaka. Granit Xhaka. It's really been lively down here at Bucharest, and it's a goal to nothing in favor of Switzerland. The live commentary on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Zuba goes down, a tackle from Rafael Varane. He's yellow carded and he wins a free kick. Talking of Zuba, he wins a free kick for Switzerland. This is big problem. Three men, 2 out of the 3 men playing at centre back. 2 out of the 3 defenders. Talking of Varane and Kimpembe, all on yellow card. Varane got the yellow in this game. Kimpembe is an accumulated yellow card from the group stage. Also, you have Benjamin Pavard, Hugo Lloris, and Antoine Griezmann. The guys on yellow card for France. So it's a free kick, and it's going to be taken by Shaqiri. His crosses into the 18-yard box. He hits the head of Mbolo. He doesn't direct that well, and it's way off target. Really disappointing as Mbolo looks up into the skies and will be disappointed with that finish.
It was a flash taken by that man Shaqiri, and of course Mbolo tried his best. He was being held down by personal Kimpembe, but he had to lose himself away from Kimpembe. Got ahead to that ball, but it was way off target for Switzerland. An impressive attack coming from the Swiss team.
On WhatsApp, someone is asking me about Akonji. Yes, he's from Switzerland, born to a Swiss mom and a Nigerian father. His full name is Manuel Obafemi Akonji. So he has something to do with Nigeria, certainly. France on the attack. Mbappe into the 18-yard box. A poor touch rather from Adrien Rabiot as Akonji closed him down and he rolls out for a goal kick.
Poor touch from Rabiot, but good defending from Akonji. He timed his running and didn't get a touch on the ball to give them a favor, to give them a goal kick in this game against France. And Rabiot with a good run, but pushed the ball too hard and it went away for goal kick for Switzerland.
Goal kick for Switzerland, and the French team are enjoying most of the ball possession, 54-46. Still yet to have a shot on target, France, although they have 5 attempts. For Switzerland, just 1 shot on target, and you could say the 1 goal that they have. They have, which is scored by Seferovic. Rodriguez. The long ball in was looking for Shaqiri. Stopped by long left. France get it back. Kante. Paul Pogba making a run. His Pavard pass seems to be too hard from Pogba. Goes out for a throw-in for Switzerland. It's 33 minutes gone, and the French team are looking for that equalizer as they are losing by a goal to nothing. Switzerland seem to be cruising and enjoying the moment. Rodriguez taking his time. It's a delay tactics, but it's still a first half. Although impossible is nothing in football. Brilliant touch. Mbolo brings it down. Shaqiri making a run. Mbolo brought down by Paul Pogba. Wins a free kick, certainly. As Mbolo is requesting for a yellow card. The referee says no.
Looking at that foul, it is, of course, a professional foul from that man, Paul Pogba. He needed to do that. He needed to take Mbolo down. So that's not to threaten the France defense. And initially, it worked out quite well for France at this time.
The message on WhatsApp makes me laugh. I'm not calling long leg. It's Clement long leg. Spelling is lenglet. if you can understand. The spelling is Lenglet, the defender of Barcelona, but it's Longle. That's how it's pronounced.
France pronunciation.
There's Akonji. Akonji for Granit Xhaka. Xhaka to Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds Mbolo, closed down by Longle. And then to Xhaka. Over to Zuba. Zuba for Rodriguez. A long pass, switching play from left to right as he finds Vidma, brings it down. Vidma goes past Kimpembe, wins a free kick, I guess. Referee says no. Rabiot for Kimpembe. Kimpembe over to Griezmann, cleared out, and Kimpembe brings it down beautifully for Griezmann. Mbappe, wonderful touch, wonderful turn. Kante, yes, he gets it brilliantly, goes past his marker. The ball goes out for a string for Switzerland.
Quite impressive, the passing here and there from Griezmann to Mbappe, who had his legs and his head at the same time, working at the same time for the team. It's quite enjoyable to get to watch.
Petkovic, coach of Switzerland, still up, regardless of the fact that they are leading. We'll still be looking at his team scoring the second goal and shocking the world champions. Ball goes out, it's going to be a throwing as Shaqiri is complaining. Thinks he was pulled. Throwing will be taken by personnel. Kimpembe. Deschamps also up on his feet and is screaming at his team. There's Longle. Longle over to Rafael Varane. Pavard goes back to Longle. Over to Paul Pogba. Longle. A pass infield as he finds, seems to be Rabiot, wins a free kick after a tackle came in from Seferovic, taken quickly by Pogba. Griezmann goes past his marker into the 18-yard box. Pavard making a run, it's cleared out by Zuba, and it's a corner kick for France.
Good defending, but good attacking also from the French national team. From the switching play from left to right to middle, and it's been working really well for this team. And right now, it is about how resolute the defense of Switzerland has been over their attack.
Corner for France will be taken by Antoine Griezmann. The French team have less than 10 minutes to the end of the first half to get a goal. Griezmann, Pogba, nearly having a flick there. Shaqiri can now lead an attack as he's up against Benjamin Pavard. Shaqiri doesn't go past Pavard, wins a throwing for Switzerland. As ball goes off Pavard last, so says the assistant referee. Won't forget his goal in the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Benjamin Pavard won the goal of the tournament. France will be looking for that here. Those screamers from the players like Pavard, Pogba, Griezmann, Mbappe, Benzema. Still yet to have a strike on target. Rodriguez told to hold on as the players are out for a water break. So it's 37 minutes gone. France are losing. And Dorcas, did you ever see this happening after 37 minutes?
Nope, I didn't see this happening. I thought that we were going to see France taking the lead here over Switzerland. I thought also that we were going to see individual brilliance and also teamwork from France, but it is Switzerland who are giving us the teamwork. It's Switzerland who have taken the lead over France, and that took me by storm.
Seferovic and Xhaka are being spoken to by Petkovic, the coach. So the French team also being spoken to by Didier Deschamps. On our screens again is the goal from Seferovic. The cross came in from Zuba. And Seferovic just had to weigh Longle off. Had his head on that, and
what?
Brilliant finish.
What was Longle doing?
Trying to turn and think the ball will go past Seferovic.
Well, it was bad thinking. He should have thought about something, maybe raising quite high to try to contest the ball with Seferovic, but he did nothing of that.
He forgot he's not playing in the La Liga, and this is the national team, I guess. France gets it back now, and here is Rabiot. It's really coming deep, Adrian Rabiot, popularly known as a midfielder, but he's doing things from the right wing back. There's N'Golo Kante. Kante goes back to Varane. Longle has personal Kimpembe to his left flank, but rather goes infield finding Mbappe. and then finds Rabiot. Rabiot's cross is looking for Benzema. It's cleared off by Akonji. And France gets it back with Kimpembe. He had the last touch. You have to keep that in play, Kimpembe. Yes, he does. Personal Kimpembe. Infield for Kante. Kante finds Longley. Then to Paul Pogba. Pogba touches it back to Longley. Longley for Paul Pogba. Pogba had Mbappe making a run. I think he thought he could go with a long pass, but decided to keep it short. And here's Kante. Goes back infield, N'Golo Kante. He finds Longley. Over to Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba. Personal Kimpembe. To Paul Pogba. Pogba. This ball is stopped by Akonji. Xhaka finds Embolo. Embolo goes past Longley. And then has Seferovic making a run. Or rather Zuba making a run. Goes back. Now in infield. Yes, Granit Xhaka. Xhaka over to Elvedi. Elvedi now finds Shaqiri. Vidma. Elvedi goes back to Soma, the goalkeeper. Soma for Granit Xhaka. It's 40 minutes played. It's still a goal to nothing. And Seferovic hits the back of the net in the 15th minute. Here they are, Switzerland, keeping things so slow. A wonderful pass from Shaqiri as he finds Zuba. He brought that down beautifully. It's closed down by Benjamin Pavard, but Zuba still hangs on to the ball. Yes, Rodriguez. Granit Xhaka. Xhaka for Zuba. Rodriguez. We're thinking of crossing. Goes back infield, finding Zuba. Zuba for Xhaka. Xhaka over to Embolo. Poor touch. Poor first touch from Embolo. And it's cleared out by Rafael Varane as that goes out for corner kick.
Benjamin Pavard would have to do a lot of contention with Zuba, who has been stronger. He has been really strong to contend with, and Benjamin Pavard can seem not to stop those invading runs from the left-hand side, and we've seen what that could do for the Swiss team.
Rodriguez with the corner kick across into the 18-yard box. Akonji has his head on that, but it doesn't go on target, so he's out for a goal kick for France.
Good play once again from the corner kick, and this time it is Akonji who got his head to the ball, but it was just too off target for the Swiss team.
On WhatsApp here, Valentine from Abai is saying he hopes the game doesn't end this way, just like we had one goal in the game between Belgium and Portugal, and it was scored in the first half. I think he's really looking for more goals. Yes, Griezmann. Griezmann goes back. We'll be having we may be having 1 minute added on when you're looking at how things have played out so far. Yes, Paul Pogba. Pogba back to Rafael Varane. He finds Pogba again. Pogba switches play to Mbappe. Goes trying to get past his marker in Zuba. Pavard, Antoine Griezmann, Mbappe. Kante making a run. Mbappe step over. Mbappe strike is over, and he's down, holding his leg. But Embolo will have to pick him up. Talking off. Kylian Mbappe, not bad. His work rate there, but certainly a poor finish.
Teamwork has really done well for the France team, seeing how they've been passing here and there amongst themselves. It is Kylian Mbappe who had a shot on target, but it was wayward for the French team. But I'm quite shocked at how this the team generally, that's the Switzerland team, have been able to close any attack coming from Benzema. We haven't seen plenty of him in the first half.
Not much seen in the first half for France, as they're still yet to have a strike on target. Pogba is down and is being picked up by Seferovic as he wins a free kick. Paul plays it back to Rafael Varane. Varane over to Rabiot. They seem to be switch of play in their defense, because we now have Kimpembe from left back making a very long run. We now have Longley playing alongside Varane as centre back, and Pavard is playing at right back. So they seem to be playing a four-man defense now. I'm talking of Kimpembe, here he is playing from left back. at this moment. So Rabiot has gone deep into midfield alongside Kante and Paul Pogba. You have Griezmann, Mbappe. Griezmann as the attacking midfielder. And while there's still Mbappe and also Benzema playing up front. Poor pass from Antoine Griezmann. Sends it to Embolo, who could now lead an attack. Embolo goes down a tackle from Presnel Kimpembe. And he wins a free kick, Embolo. Talking of Kimpembe, is being spoken to by the referee, Fernando Rapalini. France will not be looking at getting more yellow cards. Kimpembe is already on yellow. We also have Pava on yellow, Rafael Varane also on yellow. Here's Shaqiri. Once again, Shaqiri gets it back. Fuela. Vidma. This pass doesn't go past his marker, and it's a throw-in for Switzerland. The marker was Antoine Griezmann. As he hands over the ball to Vidma. It's already 45 minutes played, and we'll likely be having 2 minutes added. The ball yet to go up. There's Mbappe. His touches for Griezmann. It's being closed down by Alvedi, and here now is Granit Xhaka looking at slowing things down. So it's 2 minutes added as the board goes up officially. Yes, Rodriguez plays it on for Zuba. Back to Rodriguez. Granit Xhaka. Xhaka is past, switching play to Embolo, who's at the right flank. Embolo step overs up against Presnel Kimpembe. Goes past his marker, Embolo. It's cleared, not the best of clearance as he deflects back into 18-yard box before Varane is able to further clear over to Griezmann. Here's Kimpembe. Now at left back, Presnel Kimpembe. Kimpembe goes back to Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann infield for Paul Pogba. Has a touch to Kante. Kante trying to lead an attack for France. Here's Presnel Kimpembe over to Benzema, who dropped down so deep. And here's N'Golo Kante. Kante now finding Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe to Paul Pogba. Pogba, wonderful turn, wonderful touch. Here's Antoine Griezmann. Mbappe is in the 18-yard box, but here now with the ball is carrying Benzema. Goes past his marker. A strike is being blocked. As Embolo goes down, a tackle from Rabiot, and the referee blows the whistle. Rabiot is still down holding his head. The whistle certainly had to go.
It is Embolo actually who is down holding his head and his neck as well. It was a collision with Rabiot, and it was the right call for the referee to make for Embolo to be attended to by the medical, and that's what they are doing at this point in time. But I must say that I have been quite impressed with Elvedi, with Vidma, Akonji. They've been able to intercept every attack coming from Benzema, coming from Kylian Mbappe, and from Griezmann, even from, of course, Rabiot and Kimpembe. It seems to look like they are coming from the left-hand side, okay, let's say the right-hand side of the Swiss team, to try to get creative, but they've been able to be intercepted by the defense of Switzerland.
Embolo picks himself up as he walks out and is trying to wash his face. Well, the free kick will be taken by Soma. The 2 minutes added. We already have that 2 minutes played. This could be the last kick if the referee, Rapalini, would blow his whistle. Ball still in play for Switzerland. Shaqiri up against Rafael Varane. Shaqiri hanging on to that. Whistle still doesn't go. And here's Zuba, Xhaka. Zuba again gets the ball from Xhaka, goes back for Akonji. And Frela finds Embolo, who's just returned back into the field. Embolo could square one in. Poor cross. That seems to be the last kick, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think it will be the last kick for the day. It is Embolo who would have to be more better with the ball when he's trying to cross from the flanks to the middle of the pack. That was really not good at this point in time. The Swedes are looking to get another goal in this game to make it 2-0, but it's been quite difficult looking at how they've gone forward.
Whistle goes, it's halftime, and on WhatsApp, Chooks is saying he hopes the referee blows the match now. And I don't think it's the halftime whistle he'll be looking for. Maybe he's looking for the full-time whistle. So we have Switzerland scaling through. Longley on Pavard rather on our screen, but Seferovic, the goal scorer, as Switzerland go into the break, leading by a goal to nothing.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising.
Second half already on the way, and fans kicking off from right to left of our screen, still putting on the navy blue top, navy blue short, and they have red socks. Switzerland are all on white. White top, a white short, and a white socks. Not forgetting you can still drop your messages on WhatsApp 0809 030 6416. As we're also live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. The live commentary on 92.3 Nigeria Info. There's personal Kimpembe. Goes to the flank, finding Rabiot. A confirmation because a substitution has gone down in that encounter. And it's Clement Longley for
France taking out and Kingsley Coman as a midfielder is brought in to replace him. So it's a little bit tricky. It's now all about attack for the French team, while of course they will try to hold on defensively. I think also Benjamin Pavard will now drop deep when it comes to defense.
So Longley is taken off.
Yep.
Coman comes in.
Yep.
If they are still sticking with the 4-man defense, no, I don't think they will.
No, it's like Rafael Varane, Kimpembe, and Benjamin Pavard going down to help the defense. Well, Pogba and Conte will basically run things in the middle.
Talking of Coman, just had a brilliant touch there. Coman and ball rolled off. We still have Rabiot in it, so I think it's going to be Kimpembe. Pavard could still play as right wing back.
Remember, Coman is there to also push from the flanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we do confirm the lineup, how they play at the back, we'll let you know. Pogba screaming, urging the team forward. As Seferovic is closing down on Rafael Varane, who is trying to keep that ball out of play. Yes, he does. And it's a goal kick for France. 48 minutes. Pogba doesn't look happy. You won't be happy, certainly.
It's all about that man Rabiot, who will operate at the left back alongside Kimpembe, and letting Coman, of course, running things on the right hand side when it comes to the flanks.
So this is how they play. It's still a 4-man defense. Rabiot is at left back now. Kimpembe plays alongside Varane in defense, and then Pavard is at right back.
True.
So Coman can now play from the flanks alongside Mbappe. You have Griezmann behind. The striker Benzema, Pogba and Kante will be the men in centre midfield.
It's quite tricky. It's now a 4-2-4 formation.
It's the goals they are looking for. Here's Kingsley Coman. Back to personal Kimpembe. Over to Rafael Varane. And then finds Benjamin Pavard. Back to Rafael Varane. Just like we told you, Varane and Kimpembe, the partnership have been brilliant. Not until Longley came in. Now he's off. Yes, Kante. Kante is switching play to Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann a touch to Mbappe. Nearly got past Akonji. Akonji stopped him there. And yes, Seferovic up against Rafael Varane. Seferovic is closed down by Rafael Varane. Hanging on. Finds over to the flank. Finding Zuba. Zuba back to Rodriguez. Yes, Zuba once again goes in field for Granit Xhaka. Xhaka to Akonji. Akonji plays it to Elvedi. He has Vidma on the right flank. Mbolo gets the ball back. Talking of Vidma. Mbolo making a run. A chance into the 18-yard box. Mbolo goes past his marker. It's a chance for Switzerland. It's cleared off there by Benjamin Pavard. They're still hanging on. Switzerland. Granit Xhaka could strike, doesn't. Kante stops the pass, which was looking for Fruela. And France can now break on an attack. Here's Mbappe getting the ball from Benzema, finding Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann is being closed down by Rodriguez. Griezmann takes it out of the 18-yard box. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe back to Griezmann. Looking to cross the ball, but there's no one in the 18-yard box. Griezmann's pass doesn't go past Rodriguez. Still hanging on is Griezmann. Kante in front of him. Mbappe comes down deep. Here's Benjamin Pavard. And then Mbappe. Mbappe up against Rodriguez. Mbappe lets the ball roll to Kante. Kante back to Mbappe. Mbappe goes past one, not able to get past the second. And Switzerland cleared their lines as they come things at the back. And Bolo still on our screens and is surprised how he didn't drop the ball into the 18 for someone.
We will talk about that much later, but you're looking at the attack when it comes to the France team. It's too much of passing, too much of the ball. They hold on to the ball too much. But when Switzerland has the ball, you know that they are dangerous. You know that they are threatening. And we've seen that a few minutes ago with the runs made by Mbolo, also from the flank as well, from Vidma to Mbolo. And then Mbolo sent the ball into the middle of the park and was trying to find, of course, Seferovic, who was nowhere to be found at that time.
Benzema, Adrien Rabiot finds Paul Pogba. Pogba goes infield. Rather, yeah, I could say infield because you have the French players really attacking. Here's Varane across into the 18-yard box, looking for the head of Kingsley Coman. It's cleared away. Kante brings down Xhaka. Referee says no. Here's Shaqiri over to Zuba. Zuba trying to go past his marker. Zuba goes past Pavard. Zuba still hanging on. Brilliant touch from Zuba, making his way into the 18-yard box. Pavard brings Zuba down. He gets up and still hangs on. Whistle doesn't go. Zuba is complaining. And France are able to clear their lines. Pogba. Here now is Kingsley Coman finding Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot into the half of Switzerland. In the flanks is carrying Benzema. He gets it, Benzema. Benzema could strike. Benzema from Mbappe. What a touch from Mbappe. Trying to go past Akonji. Goes down. Referee says no. Play goes on. Akonji gets the ball and clears the line for Switzerland. The whistle goes. It's a check for a potential penalty. Which is it going to be? Is it the Switzerland own?
Switzerland, yeah.
Yes, it is.
A penalty.
A penalty for Switzerland.
Oh, it's going to check.
Not confirmed anyway. So referee has to go and review. He's trying to confirm if it's for Switzerland or if it's for France. It's the tackle from Benjamin Pavard on Zuba. That's on the line, and that should be a penalty.
Should it? Or a free kick?
On the line, it's a penalty. If it's on the line, it's a penalty. Whistle goes. Penalty for Switzerland. And a chance for them to make it 2-0. A tackle as Zuba was brought down by Benjamin Pavard. I was really shocked when the whistle didn't go at first. So in the last 2 games, France have considered 3 penalties. Didier Deschamps is not happy at all.
Things changing really fast for France in this game to Switzerland. It is Switzerland who once again were attacking from Zuba. Zuba makes a really good run. He was being held by Benjamin Pavard, who committed this foul and has been given us a penalty to Switzerland. And it looks like it's Seferovic who will be heading on to take that one, but it's yet to be confirmed.
A penalty for Switzerland. Benzema just spoke to his captain and goalkeeper Hugo Lloris as he strolls out of the 18-yard box. Ricardo Rodriguez will be taking the penalty for Switzerland, popularly known for his set pieces from his days at Wolfsburg, and now could score the second for Switzerland. He's up against Hugo Lloris, beaten by Cristiano Ronaldo twice in the last game. And here is Rodriguez. Few steps before he fakes the kick, and it's saved by Lloris. What a save! He goes down to his right, makes the save. Hugo Lloris. It's still a 0-0 down here at Bucharest.
A 0-0 for Switzerland. It wasn't a well-taken penalty by Rodriguez. I think he showed Hugo Lloris where he was going to play the ball into, and Hugo Lloris followed the ball, saved it. It was a really good save. Even the rebound, he followed it up so that no Switzerland player would intercept, and it was a well-taken save by that man, Hugo Lloris, for France.
Beaten by Ronaldo twice in the last group game, and redeems himself here, Lloris, by saving the penalty from Ricardo Rodriguez. He's on our screens, Rodriguez. Yes, Kingsley Coman. Akonji clears the ball. Shaqiri could lead an attack. Seferovic up against Rafael Varane. Slowing things down, Seferovic goes back for Zuba, who won the free kick. Then he goes back to Rodriguez. Here's Rodriguez again, Granit Xhaka. Zuba. A back heel for Granit Xhaka. Zuba makes the run and gets it back. Seferovic Granit Xhaka, his pass is being blocked by Paul Pogba. Here now is Benzema and Mbappe having a touch. Antoine Griezmann now making a run into the 18-yard box. Kingsley Coman brings that down. Not the best of first touches. But he sets it on for Paul Pogba, who could strike. Pogba goes past his marker. Pogba from Mbappe. His strike is wide as he doesn't seem to trouble Jan Sommer.
This might come to haunt Switzerland. It might come to haunt Switzerland after that penalty missed from Rodriguez. But it was a really good piece of attacking from France, from Paul Pogba, who tried to dummy his marker, send the ball through to Kylian Mbappe, who was unmarked in the 18-yard box of Switzerland. He took a shot, but it was just centimeters away from the goal post for an equalizer for France.
France will still win by 3-1. This message says on WhatsApp. As on our screens, Didier Deschamps jumped up and picked himself. As he's really surprised how Mbappe didn't hit the back of the net from there. Griezmann, a pass from Mbappe, back to Benzema into the 18-yard box, equalizer for France. Karim Benzema, the goal scorer. 1-1 in the 57th minute. France have leveled things at Bucharest, and this is where the blame will certainly come for Ricardo Rodriguez. Why did you not score the penalty? That will be the question. Wonderful touch between Mbappe and Benzema as Rodriguez is on our screens.
Once again, it is another brilliant piece of attacking from the France team. It was this time Karim Benzema who equalized for France. It is now 1-1 down there. It was, I think, a miscommunication from the Switzerland players. It was, of course, Akonji who sent the ball away far away from his goal post, but the ball was sent back through the midfield, and it's found that man, Karim Benzema, who was just there, and he struck into the back of the net for France.
So it's 1-1, and France have leveled things after Ricardo Rodriguez just missed a penalty for Switzerland, controlled it with his weaker foot, scored with his weaker foot. Didier Deschamps jumping like he did in his days in 2000 when France beat Italy in the final. And now France have drawn things level. Here's the goal scorer Benzema. Pass to his flanks, Kingsley Coman. Coman up against Vidma. Coman goes past Vidma, across into the 18-yard box, cleared by Elvedi, and then Shaqiri able to gather. Pogba dispossesses him. Yes, Coman for Griezmann. A touch between Griezmann and Mbappe. Griezmann! Oh my word! It's 2-1. Karim Benzema, the goal scorer, in quick succession. France are now leading down here at Bucharest. What a turnaround! And you need a striker. He returns back 5 years after being out of the team. He gets the goals for France. Just like in the last game, had a brace, and once again, he gets another brace.
Immediately after he scored the first goal, he has put France ahead of Switzerland. 2-1 it is. Karim Benzema can't contain his excitement. He's excited. He's been excited in this game after he scored the first one and the second came in on a platter of gold. He was just there. He was unmarked. The ball came in from of course, that man Kingsley Coman, and found the head of, once again, Karim Benzema, who then eventually scored. Look, I think it was Griezmann. The ball was sent from Griezmann to Karim Benzema, who was unmarked, and his head got the ball into the back of the net to make France, to give France a second goal against Switzerland.
2-1. What a flick from Mbappe. A 1-2 between Griezmann and Mbappe. Griezmann went for goal. The ball went off the hands of Sommer, and Karim Benzema gets the second for France. The Swiss players down and disappointed. They should have been leading by 2-0 if only Ricardo Rodriguez had scored that goal, but it didn't pay off. This is where things go wrong for Switzerland. Their fans are sad.
They have to be sad.
Looking up to the skies. Petkovic, the coach, is sad, and he's looking at his bench, maybe thinking of who he can bring in as France get the ball back. Trying to build things from the back with Hugo Lloris for Kimpembe, Adrien Rabiot over to Paul Pogba. Kimpembe switching play with his weaker foot. As he finds Pavard, gets a head on that. Akonji beaten in the air by Antoine Griezmann, brings it down beautifully. Griezmann still on the run, and on the attack is Griezmann. As Benzema making the run, goes back. Griezmann, Kante, Varane to Kimpembe, Rabiot, Benzema, Kimpembe, over to his centre-back partner in Rafael Varane. Griezmann goes down, play goes on, whistle goes as Griezmann is holding his right ankle. The yellow card is out. It'll be the first yellow card for Switzerland, and it goes to Ricardo Rodriguez.
The second yellow card for Switzerland. The first was for LVD on a foul for also on the same player in Antoine Griezmann.
So second yellow card. It's going from bad to worse for Rodriguez. Misses a penalty, gets a yellow card. Peskovic is down on his seat. As Nekabari says that the French team, you can't really tell what they are lacking. But I see selfish games. I think they've redeemed themselves. Nekabari, Lorenzo Delight says the game of football is all about taking chances. And the Swiss missed theirs, and France have gone on to draw level and then take the lead.
I was wondering what happened to Shaqiri. I think Shaqiri would have been a better penalty taker, but then I don't know what would have happened if he had taken a penalty.
Some days are like that.
Exactly.
Talking of days being like that, Mbolo's pass to Vidma, not the best of passes. As France gets it back, Kante. What a run from N'Golo Kante. Going into the half of Switzerland. Here's Benzema on for hat-trick. Mbappe rather nearly gets past his marker. Already stands his foot and able to clear. Throwing for France. Mbappe tying his boots. Has to pick himself up. Yes, he does pick himself up, and Rabiot will take the throw.
The French players are no longer smiling. They mean business. They are more determined right now in the second half, ever since even before the first goal came, and now the second goal. They look dangerous, attacking. They look the better team to get even another goal in this encounter. This was what they lacked, the aggressiveness in their game, and they found it just when they needed it in the second half.
Loris clearance, not the best. Goes into the hands of Switzerland in defense with Elvedi as he finds Frela. He has Granit Xhaka. He has to lead his team as a captain. Here is Zuba for Xhaka. Over to Rodriguez. And then finds Seferovic. Rolls it on for Zuba. He still keeps that in play. Assistant referee says no. And it's a throw-in for France. They've turned things around, France. They're leading by 2-1. Just like 2018, could this be their tournament? As their fans are cheering, screaming and shouting. Paul Pogba beaten by Mbolo in the air. Kante finds Griezmann. Griezmann dispossessed of the ball by two Switzerland players. That's Zuba and Rodriguez. Zuba seems to be upset. Throws the ball now, Zuba for Xhaka. Finds Akonji. Rolls it to Elvedi. Elvedi to Vidma. Vidma goes infield for Frela. Frela to Rodriguez. Akonji. Akonji. Yes, Shedon Shaqiri. Shaqiri for Vidma. Shaqiri for Granit Xhaka. Xhaka for Ricardo Rodriguez. They've never gone past the round of 16 of Euros. Their best outing is in 2016, where they got knocked out in the round of 16 Switzerland. If they want to surpass that, they need something as quickly as possible. Here's Shaqiri. Closed down by Rabiot. Shaqiri goes down and wins a free kick. As he picks himself up and is already screaming at the referee. I think he's requesting for a yellow card.
I think the change for France has changed things around for the team. The taking out of Clement Lenglet for Kingsley Coman has rejigged things when it comes to attack for the French national team, and we've gotten to see the outcome of that change. 2-1 it is now for France ever since that change was made by Didier Deschamps.
Shaqiri will take the free kick for Switzerland. As you have Akonji in there alongside Mbolo, Elvedi. We'll be looking at getting their heads on that. Shaqiri's cross is into the 18-yard box. A chance for Switzerland. A poor touch from two players. Poor touch. And that's Vidma from back post. Vidma. Rafael Varane is down anyway. Seems like the whistle went down. Safarovic tackled Rafael Varane before himself and Vidma were not able to connect onto the ball. That goes wide. Really disappointing for Switzerland. Had a chance in getting an equalizer.
Vidma had a better chance to score that goal, but the communication wasn't there between Vidma and, of course, Safarovic. Safarovic got the ball, but it went to the back of the net.
Prime Boss from Port Harcourt is saying an amazing comeback from France. Yes, it is an amazing comeback. They scored too early. They scored very early in the second half of their last game against Portugal. And once again, they've done that brilliantly. While Precious Nekabari says France are back and there's a bit of problem for their haters. Yes, Pogba. Brilliant pass from Pogba. Mbappe into the 18-yard box. Not able to get onto that, and he goes down. Mbappe. What a pass from Paul Pogba. Very brilliant. It's been in this tournament. And this is the brilliance the French team are looking for from Paul Pogba. Granit Xhaka, Xherdan Shaqiri sends it to the right flank, finding Vidma. Shaqiri over for Akonji. Zuba, Akonji for Xhaka, closed down by Benzema, finds Mbolo. What a touch. Shaqiri brings that down, but Kante is there and able to stop. Paul Pogba for Antoine Griezmann. A pass from Griezmann looking for Kingsley Coman. It's closed down. A miss. What are the defense doing? And that's from Vidma. His header was poor. Soma was out of his lines. That was on target years ago, because he just heads the ball to the back and he rolls out for a corner kick after Soma is not in his line. So Vidma and Soma, certainly they are lucky.
They are lucky. That would have reminded me of the first game where Unai Simon put the ball at the back of the net, but that goal wasn't given to him. It wasn't given to him. Of course, it was a disastrous moment for Spain at that time, and I'm glad it didn't happen here in this game.
Griezmann will take the free kick, the corner kick, I beg your pardon. It's cleared off by the Swedish defense, but Griezmann gets it back and uses his weaker foot much better as Benzema goes down. Referee says no, Mbolo clears. Not the best of clearance. Kante, Rabiot, Kante once again. N'Golo Kante lets it roll to personal Kimpembe, who finds Kante. Kante sends it to the right flank for Benjamin Pavard. Pavard for personal Kimpembe. Kimpembe to Kante. Kante to Kimpembe. Kimpembe to Pogba. Kimpembe finds Kante. Kante to Paul Pogba. They're just touching the ball, enjoying the flow of the game. There's Griezmann for Benzema. He's dropped to the left flank. Benzema has Rabiot making a run. Rabiot's pass for Mbappe. It's cleared by Akonji. Not the best of clearance. Pogba with his weak foot. His strike is deflected by Rodriguez and goes out for a corner kick.
Yes, talking about Paul Pogba, his long passing has been sensational in this tournament so far. And the Swiss, they would need to prevent the midfielder from being able to link up with the rapid Mbappe if they want to have a lifeline in this game.
This message says Kante unlocked Pogba. Blue remains the color. Griezmann with the corner kick into the 18. Head from a Swiss defense, and it's going to be another corner. It was a Konji who had his head on that, and it's going to be another corner for France.
Another corner for France. They would need to have their concentration level unaltered to stop any attack coming from the Blues to keep their hopes alive. They are losing 2-1 as it is. They would need to get back into this game.
Mbappe takes the corner. It's cleared, and Mbolo can now lead an attack for Switzerland. Here is Mbolo. It's brought down by Rabiot. Advantage played, and Switzerland breaking into the 18-yard box of France. Not the best of crosses as Rabiot gathers back, and it's going to clear that. Kimpembe brings that down. Whistle goes. Something seems to be going on. Mbolo is still on the ground, and the referee Fernando Rapalini has to stop the play.
I think it was a good call. We're looking at that attack again from Mbolo, which saw him, of course, being fouled by that man Benjamin Pavard. The referee initially let play go on, but he had to call that off short to attend to Mbolo.
France are leading less than 20 minutes with additional time to the end of the game. Can Switzerland turn things around? As there's a change, 2 changes coming up shortly for Switzerland. Mbabu will be coming on shortly. Let's confirm the play has to be taken off. The game is back here in play. Kimpembe for Varane. Varane finds Griezmann. Griezmann to Varane, dispossessed. Referee says foul, which came in from Granit Xhaka, so free kick for France.
France supporters are really, really happy at this point in time. You could see how excited they are. When they were losing, they were really distraught, but now they are sounding everything that they can.
Shaqiri is taken off. So is Vidma. So 2 changes for Switzerland. Shaqiri taken off alongside Vidma. As we have Mario Gravanovic coming on for Shaqiri. Confirming the second change for you, as we have Mbabu also coming on for Vidma. Mbabu and Gavranovic. The players that have come on. Here is Kingsley Coman now on an attack for France. A strike on target, but too weak, as we have Soma going down and holding on to that. Akonji for Rodriguez. Gravanovic, first touch, not the best of passes. As Seferovic is dispossessed. Yes, Hugo Lloris. Lloris for Adrien Rabiot. Paul Pogba nearly lost out on the ball, but still hangs on to that. Pogba for Mbappe. Mbappe, Benzema making a run. He rather goes to the right flank, finding Griezmann. Benzema was looking for the run of Mbappe. He stopped there by Akonji. Yes, Pogba. Adrien Rabiot for Kingsley Coman. Coman has 2 men to go past. Benzema has a strike. It's closed and blocked by Xhaka. Straight from Pogba! What a goal! Oh, Pogba! Oh my word! You talk of crackers, you talk of goals. This is what you get from the Manchester United man. He's been the best French player in Euro 2020. Paul Pogba scores a spectacular, and this could be it for France. 3 goals to 1, 2 from Benzema, and now it's Paul Pogba who is dancing alongside personal Kimpembe.
That was a classic. The Euro 2020 has produced us with some classic, and this one definitely wouldn't be left out. It is a goal scored by Paul Pogba to give France their 3rd goal in the game. Once again, Paul Pogba got the ball, a rebounder from a shot taken by Karim Benzema, and he struck it. It was a sublime shot. and it went straight into the back of the net. There was nothing Jan Somers could do about it. It is now 3-1 in favor of France over Switzerland.
What a goal! What a finish! What a player! Paul Pogba, that's the name. What a star, certainly.
It was unlocked by Conte.
It was unlocked by Conte, they say. He's still on the screen, Pogba. It's 3 goals to 1. It's 3 goals to 1. As this message says, France has won this match after Switzerland missed that penalty. It boosted France's morale and confidence to win the game. Onyeka Anthony says that Benzema's first touch. Mother of God. Granit Xhaka gets a yellow and will be missing the next match. But if they scale through. If Switzerland scale through. Yes, Hugo Lloris. Lloris clears 18 as it's 15 minutes to the end of the game. Yes, Kingsley Coman closed down by Mbolo. Goes in, finding Rabiot for Benzema. Kingsley Coman still in field to play. Gives it to Coman. A strike also. That's just too weak, and it's into the hands of Jan Sommer.
Into the safe hands of Jan Sommer. Kingsley Coman wanted to do something. Paul Pogba did, but this time Jan Sommer denied him of a spectacular moment. Once again, is this game going to be like Croatia versus Spain? It was a 3-3 regulation time. Extra time, we saw Spain destroying Croatia, which eventually ended 5-3. Well, this was similar to that game we saw earlier today.
This message from Precious Nekabari, he says, Pogba, my goodness, what a goal. Chimaobi is asking that since Benzema came back, Oliver Giroud is still yet to make an appearance. He's on the bench, Giroud. He will be happy his team is winning. Yes, Pogba. Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann to Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot. Still hanging on to the ball as he finds Kimpembe. Kimpembe to Rafael Varane. Varane to Pogba. Pogba. Kimpembe. Kimpembe. Rabiot. Brilliant stone. Goes past Mbabu. Asks Coman to play with. Coman. A square one in. A cross not the best as he rolls into the hands of Sommer.
They are looking more dangerous in the attack whenever they go forward against the Swiss team. They call them the Nazis, and the Nazis right now are struggling to try to contend to these attacks coming from the French national team. They look dangerous, they look aggressive, they look intense in this game, and I must say, the second half they found their groove.
Rodriguez, the bulk of the blame may be on him.
Yeah.
Yes, Zuba. He's again. He faces Pavard. Zuba stopped by Benjamin Pavard. Wins a throwing for Switzerland. That was his face. Seems to be elbowed there. Zuba. Spotted in the back by Pavard. Another 2 changes coming up shortly for Switzerland. I'm talking of Switzerland. They make a change as Zuba is taken off. And you have Fast Natch coming on. Also Mbolo is taken off. And we have Vargas. Ruben Vargas coming on. They need something, Switzerland. They have 10 minutes to do that. Seferovic heads the ball, but it just goes into the path of Hugo Lloris as he slows things, calms things. He'll take his time and bend down in picking the ball. Something that the Swiss players will not be happy about. This message says Mbappe doesn't look happy. He's kind of envious.
He's not envious. He needs a goal. He wants to score a goal. It's not him being envious.
He says it's because he's not congratulating his teammates.
Oh, he celebrated with Paul Pogba. Did you see that?
This one says, good evening, sports gang. I think Manchester United are yet to get to see the best of Paul Pogba. With what I'm seeing in the Euros, Pogba is yet to prove himself for United. France must go to the next round. That's from Skillful Perot. It's really been brilliant in the competition, Pogba.
It has been spectacular. In spectacular form, I must say he has been.
Yes, Granit Xhaka. Xhaka for Fuela. Fuela goes to the flank, finding Vargas. He's looking for the runoff. Seferovic. And here's Mbabu. Mbabu. Cross one in. It's a cross. It's a header! And it's 3-2. Seferovic getting his second on the night. It's game on at this moment. It's the goals we asked for in the Euros. And yes, the goals keep on pouring.
Keeps on pouring. I asked this question when France scored their third goal, and I said, are we going to get a similar scoreline like we saw against Croatia versus Spain? And it's living up to that billing. Spain or Croatia equalized 3 minutes into 90 minutes, and right now Switzerland just made it 3-2 in 89 minutes or thereabouts, 82 minutes, and if they get an equalizer, it will be something to see extra time.
So it's game on. It's a goal for Switzerland. Maybe more goals are to come from either of the sides, because France are under attack with Kingsley Coman was tackled off the ball. And here's Kante now. N'Golo Kante sending the ball in field for Griezmann. Griezmann is dispossessed of Kimpembe, looking for Pavard. Brings that down well with his chest. And here's Benzema. His pass not the best, but Mbappe is able to get onto that. Akonji clears, and it's a throw-in for Switzerland. France rather.
It was a well-assisted ball from Mbabu, the substitute who just came in for Switzerland. He found, of course, Haris Seferovic, the goal scorer for the first goal in this game for Switzerland. And he slid once again with his header this time around to make it 3-2 for Switzerland.
France win another throwing as the ball goes off. Akonji. Vargas having a chit-chat with Karim Benzema. Pavard will take the throwing for France. Will he go long? He goes short. Griezmann, Benzema, close down. Yes, Griezmann finds Rabiot, rolls it, strikes, and that goes over the bar.
If you're not having fun with this game, I don't know what you're watching, because I am having fun. It's been end-to-end, so we've been back and forth by the two teams. We've seen attack coming from Switzerland and to the likes of France as well. It is an interesting game. If you aren't seeing this, you should be seeing it, or even listening to us.
Mbabu for Switzerland goes back to Alvedi. Fuela finds Rodriguez. This is where they need the goals. This is where they keep on pushing. The pass from Vargas seems to be a poor one, and France gets it back with Benjamin Pavard. Paul Pogba is now showboating. Pogba, ball rolls out. It's a throw-in for Switzerland. Vargas trying to get the balls off the hands of Paul Pogba. Rodriguez will take the throw for Switzerland. Goes infield. Kante not able to get his head on that. Mbabu, who had the assist, will be looking for another assist. He's dispossessed of the ball. But here they are still, Switzerland. Granit Xhaka, closed down by Paul Pogba, finds Ricardo Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes past Griezmann, strikes. It's in the team, and Switzerland gets a goal. Flag goes up. Kramanovic should have made it 3 out there. Flag goes up, and I think they're asking and saying, where's the video assistant referee to review this?
That would have been the equalizer for Switzerland, but they were denied. It was Gravinovic who was offside, slightly inches away in an offside position. That goal was chopped off by the referee.
It's still 3-2, 85 minutes. The Swiss fans have their hands on their head. It should have been 3-0.
Should have been.
Gavranovic hits the back of the net. Petkovic about to make another change, I guess, as he's calling on a player. Vargas heads the ball out, so it's a throwing for France. Less than 5 minutes with additional time to the end of the game. Didier Deschamps sitting so relaxed with his legs crossed. I don't think his mind will be relaxed. When you're looking at how Switzerland are looking at getting back in the game. Ball cleared by Kimpembe. You have a Swiss player and Gravanovic down. Kante shakes him, pats him on the back. As we'll be having Adme Mehmedi coming on shortly for Switzerland for the last 5 minutes. I think it's just to add the bite up front. Mehmedi is 30, he's got the experience, and he plays for Wolfsburg in the German Bundesliga. Switzerland still on the attack with Granit Xhaka, finds Fuela from Babu. Fuela also making a run. Babu trying to see if he can go past Rabiot, not able to do that, and Rabiot wins a free kick for France.
And Babu has been a really good inclusion for the Switzerland team, and it's now looking like the Switzerland are playing similar formation with the France. They have 4 at the back and 4 players to attack, which is what we've seen. So yeah, good formation from the Swiss team. They really want to get an equalizer in this game, and they look like they'll be getting one soon.
Rodriguez is leaving the pitch as we have Mehmedi coming on. Not a bad game at all, aside from the penalty. Rodriguez. Mehmedi is a striker, so it's an attacking substitution from the coach, Vladimir Petkovic. Precious Nekabari says, what an end-to-end game. And Anyekan says, this match is full of intrigues. Okay. He says he sees France taking the day anyway. France are my favorite team of the Euros. I love Benzema. That's from Sachima. This messaging from Igoiche. Griezmann off. Sissoko on. Gets the hug, Griezmann, from Didier Deschamps. You could say this is Didier Deschamps trying to close down the midfield. With Sissoko coming in. France have to hang on. Babu wins a free kick for Switzerland as Kingsley Coman is yellow carded. France need to hang on. France need to hold on. It's less than 2 minutes with additional time to the end of the game. Babu, ball out, and it's a throw-in for France.
All 5 changes have been made by Switzerland. It is Vladimir Petkovic who has made all 5 changes for his side. They are looking to get an equalizer against Spain, so they have brought every arsenal that they do have to get that equalizer that is much needed to keep them in this game against the France national team.
The equalizer is needed, and can they get that equalizer, Switzerland? Or will France hang on and eventually win this game and scale through to the quarterfinals? SL Verdi for Akonji. There's Fuela. They have about 5 men up front, Switzerland. Yes, Fuela crossing to the 18-yard box. It's cleared out by Rafael Varane for Granit Xhaka. This cross is not the worst. But the header which came in from Gravanovic just goes into the hands of Lloris. Once again, it's the replays from the goal which Swiss thought they got the equalizer. And the line is drawn, yeah, really heartbreaking. The line is drawn and it's an offside. Switzerland clear their lines. Yes, Sissoko. Benzema, Sissoko loses out on the ball. And Switzerland with Granit Xhaka waiting for the runs up front. Xhaka, what a pass that is! A brilliant on, and yes it is! 3-all! What a goal! Gravanovic gets the equalizer for Switzerland. You ask for goals, you get the goals. Euro 2020 is living up to the billing in 2021. What a turn from Gravanovic. He kept Rafael Varane on the ground, and Paul Pogba is very surprised. as the Swiss team have gotten that equalizer.
The both games we have seen today has given us a spectacle, and once again Switzerland and France are giving us that spectacle we saw in the first game between Spain and Croatia. 3-3 it is in regulation time. Donut ended. Switzerland just equalized with a substitute, Gavranovic, who came in and now has given them a lifeline in this game to make sure that they can go into extra time to take on the world champions.
What a turn from Gavranovic. Kept Kimpembe on the ground.
God.
What a strike.
What a strike. We've been seeing some goals already in just this game, and this game has been eventful. It has been high-spirited, intense, enthusiasm, of course, from the players and also from the fans. The ambience is something to live for, and I'm excited, Ekpo, that I'm here to do this with you.
This is it. This is what you ask for as a fan. This is what you ask for as a football lover. And this is what you get when you're here in the studios commentating such a game. We have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to be added. We've already played about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I was always asking the question, can France hang in there? Or will Switzerland shock the world? Petkovic made an attacking substitution, and it's paying off for him. Gavranovic coming on. You have Mehmedi coming on as well. You also have Seferovic in there. So there are 3 men up front, and these are all strikers. Yes, Paul Pogba, a long pass looking for Mbappe. It's cleared off by Alvedi. Mbabu has to close down Kingsley Coman. Coman is dispossessed of the ball as he goes out now for a throwing for France. Didier Deschamps clapping and shouting, screaming as he's trying to cool the team down. He's really shocked how things have turned around all of a sudden.
He deserves to be shocked. I must say that Petkovic, the changes he has made has brought in plenty of gunfire into this game. Fans are shocked. The spectators are shocked. We here are shocked. What would this game be in the final whistle?
Kante breaks into the 18-yard box. Mbabu is there and is able to clear. To get the ball now with Gavranovic. Mbabu once again trying to clear. Kante closes down. Wins a throwing. Mbabu strolling. I think he'll be looking for the extra time. What a game this is. What a day this is.
Okay. It's getting exciting every now and then. The Euro is nothing short of excitement, nothing short of eventfulness. We've gotten to see that in just the 2 games we've seen today.
Here they are with Fuela, Switzerland, trying to build things from the back. A long pass in. It's a control, brilliant control. Lloris off his lines quickly. That control was from Mehmedi. What a control from Mehmedi. Could have gotten the winner there, and I think that would have been it for France.
Yeah.
Rafael Varane, Benjamin Pavard, a long pass looking for the run of Sissoko. Brings it down, Sissoko, as he faces Vargas. Sissoko trying to get past Vargas and also Xhaka, crosses into the 18-yard box. Kingsley Coman controls that strike. Coman off the post, and it's going to be a goal kick. This is not happening for Coman.
It's so if he would have scored that goal, it would have reminded me of Bayern Munich against the PSG. I think Bayern Munich PSG in the final of the UEFA Champions League, he scored this same goal against, of course, PSG for Bayern Munich to win that Champions League. And if he had done that, he would have been a hero for France against Switzerland today.
3-3, 4 minutes added, and it's over 4 minutes played as Didier Deschamps squeezing his face, and is shocked that didn't go in. Coman has come in for long there. Coman has tried to make a whole lot of difference. As the full-time whistle goes, so we will be having extra time down here at Bucharest. We'll be having extra time certainly. The first extra time will be starting shortly.
Yeah, first period.
But let's see if we can take some few calls on the show. That's 0817-923-0002, 0003, 0007, and 0009.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in
commentary. I wish Switzerland will carry the day.
Okay. Thank you very much. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1.
Okay.
The commentary so loud, though I'm watching from television, then listening to your commentary. I can hear the local content very well.
All right.
It's a nice game. I wonder if Man U will ever get the best out of Pogba. Because Pogba we see in this tournament is not Pogba we see in Man United. No.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. As the extra time kicks off, and it's France who begin playing from left to right, and Switzerland will be playing from right to left. 3-3 after 90 minutes. What else do you want in football if it's not the goals? You need that excitement. Pavard, rash tackle on Mehmedi, And a yellow card from Benjamin Pavard, meaning he will be missing the next match if France scale through to the quarterfinals.
Ekpo, this is the first time that France have conceded 3 goals in a Euro knockout match since 1960, and that was against Yugoslavia when they lost out to them 4-5.
Here it's 3-3. Maybe there are more to come. Who knows? Elvedi for Akonji. Akonji trying to roll it into the half of. Yes, Granit Xhaka goes back to Akonji. As we have the first period of extra time down here at Bucharest. On the attack is Switzerland. They continue like a house on fire, just like they ended the 90 minutes, like a house on fire. They win a corner kick, Switzerland, as is Gravanovic, who got the goal that has taken the game to extra time. And they have a corner now, Switzerland. Urging everyone forward, looking for the goals. Xhaka is outside the 18-yard box, and we know what he can do when it comes to the strike. You have Mehmedi in there, Gravanovic also in there. There's Seferovic, who's scored a brace today, in there as well. Cross into the 18, not the best of crosses, a flick in, but it's being held by the goalkeeper. Mehmedi had the flick in, it's being held by Hugo Lloris. Clears one, looking for Mbappe. Too much as he goes into the hands of Jan Sommer.
It is getting really, really difficult this game, seeing how the both sides have come out to get goals in the encounter, and the confidence that is oozing out of Switzerland in this game. I didn't think it was going to be as high as it is, but I must say that I'm impressed with the Switzerland team.
Benzema is down on his knees. Could this be the end of Karim for the game? He's limping and he's walking off. We'll be having Olivier Giroud. It's walking off Karim Benzema. You have to be exhausted. It's Olivier Giroud coming on for Karim Benzema. They hug themselves, regardless of what people have always said behind the scenes, that there's been the quarrel between Giroud and Benzema. You're playing for the national team. You have to put all of that behind you. Yeah. Giroud is back playing for France. Euro 2020. Olivier Giroud. That's his second game of Euro 2020. Yes, Sissoko goes infield finding Pogba. Kante. First touch from Giroud goes back to Adrien Rabiot. Making his way into the 18-yard box is Giroud. Asks for the ball. The cross is behind him from Rabiot, and it's cleared out by the Swiss defense. Paul Pogba brings that down after the pass came in from Kimpembe. Gets it back, Pogba. A pass from Pavard. Pogba for Kante. Kante finds Kingsley Coman. Coman, what a run. Passing Babu into the 18. Coman is brought down. Pavard is saved by Jan Sommer, and it's out for a corner kick.
Another good attack from France, this time from Benjamin Pavard, who got a shot on target, but it was Jan Sommer who took that one away for corner in favor of France. But I think VAR will have to come in looking at that incident between Mbabu and Kingsley Coman. Nothing decided yet. I'm just saying every incident and goals are checked by the video assistant referee.
Corner kick for France. The video assistant referee doesn't review the tackle. Mbappe with a cross. A chance for France to get ahead on that. No, they don't. Sissoko gets it and sends it back to personal Kimpembe. Goes to the left flank, finding Kante. Kante switching from left to right for Sissoko. Goes back now, finding Benjamin Pavard. What a save that was from Jan Sommer. He still kept Switzerland in it. Pavard goes back to the goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris. Lloris for Kimpembe. Here's Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot over to Rafael Varane. Varane, his passes for Sissoko, brings it down, but referee says no, ball goes out. So it's a throw-in for Switzerland. I said to make another change.
Yeah, when it comes to extra time, you have one more change to make, and it is that man who came in. Yeah, who came in the second half as Gravanovic. Was it Seferovic? Yeah, he is taken out. He's taken out. He has done quite well, scoring 2 goals for the Swiss national team, the Nazis, like they call themselves. And what a game changer he has done for Switzerland. I hope the substitute can bring something spectacular or even a goal for the team.
Seferovic is taken out with Fabian Cha, a defender, coming on. So things are balanced now. You get the goals with 3 strikers. Let's bring back 1 defender into the scene and play with 2 forwards. So Cha comes on, and his first job is to throw the ball. There's Xhaka. Mehmedi is looking for the run of Gravanovic. Xhaka gets his head on that. Switzerland are hanging in there. Kante clears. Mbabu, what a touch. Goes past Rabiot. Mbabu, Kante. He gets past Kante as well. It's in the 18. It's cleared out by Kimpembe. And here now they are France. Who can lead an attack? It's Kingsley Coman. Mbappe comes down to get the ball. Mbappe is dispossessed of the ball by Akonji. Mbappe gets it back from Akonji. Mbappe finds Kingsley Coman. Coman against Alvedi. Coman strike it side netting. Doesn't seem to worry Jan Sommer.
But Mbappe, ever since his inclusion into the game, has been sublime for the Switzerland team. His attacking, his defending has been one to hope for the Swiss national team. Their attack was something to look forward to by Mbappe from the right-hand side. He produces something spectacular for the side, and once again he has done defensively well against Kingsley Coman.
Babu is complaining to the referee. Coman is down. He came on in the second half. This will be disheartening for France if they are forced to make another change due to injury. Benzema has already been taken off because of injury. Coman also, as the referee is calling the medics. It's going to be Lilian Thuram. So I beg your pardon, Marcos. His dad is Lilian. His dad won the Euros in 2000, won the World Cup in 98. Now it's time for his son Marcos, who plies his trade in Germany, playing for Borussia Mönchengladbach, to come on. Marcos Thuram will be coming on shortly. I think it's for Coman. He's holding his hamstring.
Bad time.
That could be the end of his tournament.
Yeah, could be the end of his tournament, but let's wait and see the change. I think it's Kingsley Coman obviously will be taken out for Thuram, who is coming in for the French national team.
I must say, from John says, any side who scores now wins the game. That's what John claims. It's not working so well. Talking of Coman, I think he still wants to continue. Who won't want to when the game is this exciting? Marcus Thuram has to put his beep on as he still warms up. Kingsley Coman wants to return back. Now we have the Mexican wave rolling around the stadiums. There's Akonji. Akonji finds Shah, who's now playing as left back. Akonji for Elvedi. Elvedi for Fuela. To Granit Xhaka. Xhaka with a long pass. Looking for a run there. Brilliant control. Rafael Varane comes and clears that. The control was from Vargas. Brilliant clearance also, you'd say, from Rafael Varane. He's holding his knees. You have to be tired after playing 100 minutes so far. So it's 10 minutes into the first period of extra time. Xhaka, what a turn, and tackle seems to be harsh, but France are on the attack now with Kante. Finds Mbappe. Mbappe has Elvedi to face. A pass for Sissoko! A strike is way over.
It was a wayward shot from that man, Sissoko, the Tottenham Hotspur player, who had space, who had time. No man was marking him, and he had the space himself. It was left for him to take the right decision, but he threw the ball wayward. It was a wayward shot from that man, and that would have been the winner for France, or maybe a goal for France, not typically the winner, but it would have given them something to hope for in the game.
Xhaka collided with Paul Pogba. Xhaka is still down on the ground. Picks himself up. You have to do that as the captain. Pogba is also up. Something Didier Deschamps, the France fans, and even the players will be happy. He's been the best player for France in the Euros. Paul has scored at least in this competition. As Switzerland were on the attack, Hugo Lloris has to come out of his 18-yard box, clears that out. It's a throw-in for Switzerland. Just over 10 minutes played. Here they are still on the attack, Switzerland. It's cleared out. Vargas throws it in. Finding Gravanovic. Vargas gets it back. Has Mehmedi in the 18. It's cleared out by Pavard, and Shah will take the throw-in.
It is the audacity for me from the Swiss team. They are looking dangerous anytime they attack, and I hope that they can continue with this tempo to get the winner in the game.
Vargas wins a corner as the ball comes off Benjamin Pavard. As Smith John on WhatsApp is saying that this game really surprises him. France is not doing well. Vargas will take the corner. Akonji, Shah, Elvedi, all in the 18. Could also add Mehmedi in there as well as Gravanovic. Vargas. The referee, Rapalini, goes in there trying to calm things down. The cross will come in from Vargas. Can Switzerland go back leading it? The cross. Have a player down. Referee does nothing about it. Olivier Giroud trying to clear things in defense for France. Not still clear. The strike goes out, and it's from Mehmedi. It's going to be a goal kick for France.
This game is becoming really intense as time goes by. This time Switzerland had the ball. It was a rumble in the 18-yard box of France, but it was also a relief of pressure as the goalkeeper, of course the referee decides that it is a goal kick for France.
A potential penalty check. Yeah, it seems to be the tackle on one of the Swiss players during the first corner. Referee says no. Game on. Nothing. So no second penalty for Switzerland. The check is all over. Goal kick to be taken by Hugo Lloris. Lloris. Olivier Giroud doesn't get his head on that. Rather it's Granit Xhaka, and it goes out for a throw-in for France. Petkovic, the coach of Switzerland, has turned things around, and it's really been brilliant for them. Didier Deschamps seems to be wondering how Switzerland got back into the game. This is when you never say never. And the Swiss never said never. Giroud down on the ground. Or he's back up now on his feet, holding his waist. After the tackle came in from Akonji. It's Fuela for Elvedi for Mbabu. Goes infield. He finds Gravanovic, Granit Xhaka, Mehmedi from the flanks, up against Pavard. Goes infield for Xhaka, across into the 18-yard box. Seems to be too much. And Mbabu tips that, allows it rather to go for a throw-in than a corner kick. Rabiot will take his time and be cool in taking that throw-in. Have 1 minute added on. That's already 15 minutes of the first period of extra time is played. Kante gets past one, closed down by two. Sommer finds Elvedi. Mbabu was the next man to get the ball, but France gets it now with Adrien Rabiot. There's Mbappe over to Sissoko, has Giroud in the 18. It's stopped and it's cleared out for a throwing for France, cleared by Vargas. Rabiot, Pavard, I beg your pardon, with the throwing, goes back to Rafael Varane. Varane back to Pavard. Pavard. Whistle goes, and it's already the end of the first period of extra time.
It is getting exciting. The coaches are agitated. The players are tired, are worn out, don't know what else to do. But I'm hoping that this deciding moment will be decided by moment of brilliance and not by a mistake.
You have to keep your cool at this point. We needed the excitement and entertainment. Yes, we get it at this moment. Pogba talking to Didier Deschamps. Didier Deschamps talking to Coman as well and the rest of the French team. Oh, we also have same from Petkovic. Not forgetting to drop your messages on WhatsApp 0809 030 6416. I think it's slow. 0809 030 6416. We get a goal in the second period of extra time. Do we get a goal? Or do you think it's still going to be this way? This message says Switzerland have shown a good quality to behold to hold France, I guess, at this level is great. Kudos to them. This one from Smith John says, okay, it really surprises him. France are not doing well at all. Second period of extra time will be starting shortly, so 15 minutes for the teams to hang on. As this message on WhatsApp says, France goes home tonight. Dorcas, are we expecting a goal in the second half of second period of extra time?
This is where it's going to be decided. We saw a heated exchange between Kingsley Coman and Didier Deschamps. He was having a little bit of a talk with him. Probably wanted to take him off due to the injury he has gotten. But this is a game change. This second period was the game changer for Spain. And I hope France, that for Spain in the first game was a game changer for Spain in the first game. And I hope that we'll get to see the game changer in the second period of extra time in this game too.
Well, this other message says Didier Deschamps taking off Antoine Griezmann was a big mistake. Second period of extra time about to start, and it's going to be Mehmedi starting proceedings for Switzerland. 15 minutes for both sides to hang on and see if they can take it to penalty shootout. Switzerland got beaten in Euro 2016 via penalty shootout in the round of 16, and will they like to play in penalties again, or will just be looking at finishing proceedings in the second period of extra time? Yes, Kante finding Mbappe, wonderful touch and turn from Mbappe. Giroud making a run, flick from Giroud back to Mbappe, not the best of flicks as Xhaka was able to stop. Switzerland not winning a free kick there kind of sounds surprising. Kind of seems surprising rather. There's Sissoko for Rafael Varane. N'Golo Kante. Kante finds Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot for Kingsley Coman. Coman back to Rabiot. Rabiot for Kante. Turn from Mbappe. Still hangs on in there. Mbappe. Whistle doesn't go. And the referee whistle has to go because he halted play.
The referee must be tired too, you know. We've been talking about the players, but the referee must be tired too as well.
You have to be running for 105 minutes so far. There's Mbabu. Not the best of passes. It's cleared out by the French defense, and Switzerland can clear with Fuela. out for a throw-in for France. Petkovic on our screens. And what addition can he do in terms of speaking to the players? He's made the additions in terms of bringing on players. Now he has to do things in terms of talking to them. Swiss on the attack. Pogba dispossesses Fuela of the ball. Paul Pogba seems to be fouled. Whistle goes. That's a harsh tackle from Akonji. And Paul Pogba on his knee. Akonji is yellow carded. Nodding his head, Akonji. Seems to be very, very harsh after Pogba dispossessed Memedi of the balls.
It was something he needed to do. It's a dangerous tackle, but it was what he needed to do to stop that attack from Pogba getting to Kylian Mbappe, and it was at the right time. So good work from him, but also dangerous also from for that man in Pogba.
Manuel Akonji yellow carded. Kante stands behind the ball, and he's going to be the person taking the free kick. It's a short free kick for Pavard. Pavard across into the 18-yard box. It's cleared out by Akonji. Whistle goes. Cleared out by Xhaka, rather. Whistle goes. And it's going to be a free kick for Switzerland.
Giroud was frustrated with the whistle being blown by the referee. He thought that he was nothing, the foul he committed, but the referee thought otherwise, and it's a free kick for Switzerland.
I spoke about Deschamps sitting earlier, crossing his leg. Sitting comfortable, but his heart and mind will not be comfortable. Once again, he's sitting down with his legs crossed. Seems to be comfortable. I don't think really he is. Kante goes past Xhaka. Kante goes past his second marker and then beats Xhaka once again. Loses out on the ball but gets it back as he finds Kingsley Coman. Coman, what a turn by Kingsley Coman. A pass in. It's not the best of strikes from Mbappe. Goes wide. And it's going to be a goal kick for Switzerland.
They need a winner. It should be a screamer. And this time around, that man Kylian Mbappe couldn't find the winner for France. It is going to be a tussle, a struggle against Switzerland. And it has lived up to the billing. The both sides are fighting so hard to get the winner. Who will get the much needed winner in this game?
Who gets the winner? Certainly. We're waiting to see how things will play out. Here is Sissoko on the attack now for France after they dispossess Switzerland of the ball. Pavard, N'Golo Kante. Kante dispossessed of the ball. N'Golo Kante. Here's Rafael Varane. Over to Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot for Kingsley Coman. A touch and turn. Coman goes down. Whistle doesn't go. Advantage play. A pass hits Mbappe! Oh my word! Doesn't hit the target from there. And now holds his knee. Seems to be injured, Mbappe. Oh, not working so well. Kylian Mbappe. Really, really, really surprising. Mbappe misses from about 6 yards out.
He's missed a couple of chances in this game. He hasn't been clinical up front in goal, and this is a time that his team needed him the most. He got the ball. He was alone there. He had Josie and Somers to contend with, but he took a left-footed shot, which was just a wayward shot for himself and also for France.
A disappointing strike for France coming from Mbappe. It's 10 minutes to the end of the second period of the time as a change is made, and it's Marcus Thuram who comes on for Kingsley Coman. Coman is taken off and seems to be talking to the medics. Coman. Switzerland on the attack. Across into the 18-yard box looking for Memedi or maybe Gravanovic. Loris out. He holds and slows things down. Finds Kimpembe. Yes, Marcus Thuram. Thuram goes past Mbabu. Thuram. What a turn that was from Marcus Thuram. Up against Fuela. Marcus Thuram still going in there. It's cleared out by Ovedi and it's out for a corner kick for France.
Another corner for France. Thuram has come with a new strength, a new idea for the France national team, and he has done that quite well, winning a corner for France.
Mbappe will take the corner. Marcus Thuram is in the 18-yard box, smiling with a couple of his teammates. Corner was taken shot, and it's cleared out by Vargas, talking of his teammates, Elvedi is in there for Marcus Thuram, teammate at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Also, you can talk of Jan Sommer. They're both in the field at this moment. On the bench, you can also talk of Mbolo, who's been taken off. Or maybe Dennis Zakaria, all teammates at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Thuram dispossessed of the ball. Whistle goes, and it's a free kick as Thuram stamped on Fuela. Petkovic still up on his feet, looking, wondering, thinking of what he can do. Sommer will take the free kick for Switzerland. Less than 8 minutes to the end of the second period of extra time. A ball in from Sommer. Personal Kimpembe gets his head on that. Here's Mbabu. After he got the ball back from Elvedi. Elvedi gets it back, finding Akonji. Akonji with a long pass. Seems to be too long. Vargas not able to get onto that. Rolls out for a throw-in. Adrian Rabiot will take the throw. Rabiot. Mbabu stops Marcus Thuram from getting that one. Fuela, Xhaka. Here's Mbabu. For Vargas, Mbabu again. Fuela finds Granit Xhaka. Xhaka with a pass, looking for the run of Vargas. Dispossessed of the ball there. Rabiot gets it. And here's France now. A pass from Pogba. What a pass. Yes, Marcus Thuram. Thuram up against Elvedi. Crossing to 18-yard box. Giroud. Not the best of strikes, goes wide, and it's going to be a goal kick for Switzerland.
They have the ideas, they have the energy, they have the players to execute these chances are being made, but they haven't been clinical up front. Olivier Giroud had a chance. It was that man Marcus Thuram who came in and has given them plenty of options in the left flank, but this time he got the ball into the 18-yard box for Olivier Giroud, but it was just a wasted effort from that man Olivier Giroud.
Pogba complaining. Goal kick taken by Jan Sommer, and Pogba gets his head on that. Here is Shah, Xhaka, Akonji. To go back, it goes back to Jan Sommer. Sommer for Shah. Shah for Akonji. Akonji for Xhaka. Cleared now into, no, doesn't even go past the Swiss half, but they get it back, Switzerland, and can now lead an attack. And it's cleared out. What a tackle from Varane. Brilliant tackle. Yes, Sissoko goes past Akonji, fouls him, and it's a free kick for France.
A free kick for France. Akonji needs to be more careful now. He's already yellow carded for Switzerland. That tackle would have seen him gotten a yellow card, but the referee let things slide. He should be more careful not to get a second yellow to be sent off.
Rafael Varane, personal Kimpembe. Has Adrian Rabiot to his left, but rather sends it to Marcus Thuram. It's not been bad since he came on, Marcus Thuram. And here's Rafael Varane once again. Varane over to Paul Pogba. Pogba finds Benjamin Pavard. Pavard goes infield for Mbappe. Here's Pogba. We'll be looking at having a long pass, Paul. Other goal shot for Sissoko. Sissoko back to Paul Pogba. Pogba has Kante in midfield. Pogba dispossessed of the ball. And Kante trying to win it back for France. Xhaka dispossessed of the ball now. Here's Paul Pogba. Pogba finds Benjamin Pavard across into the 18-yard box. Marcus Thuram was making a run. Elvedi up in his feet. Had to jump, clear that one. As they clear their line, Switzerland. Header from Rafael Varane. And then by Rabiot. Not the best of headers from Rabiot. As Gravanovic has to go back to Granit Xhaka. Xhaka slowing things down, slowing proceedings. He finds Fuela. He's playing at central midfield with him. And he goes back to Akonji. And then to Shah. Shah with a long ball switching play from left to right. That's brought down by Vargas. Not the best of control. And he rolls out. Not the best of controls from Fast Snatcher, of course, who got that ball from that man who also came in earlier, Shah, for the Switzerland team. They are looking good going forward, but the more dangerous team in the second period of extra time has to be France. They've been more dangerous going forward, and they're hoping that the winner, can come anytime soon. Does the winner come anytime soon, or do we just have the game going into penalty shootout? Xhaka is fouled by Pogba. He's complaining, screaming, and he's telling Xhaka to get up. I think it's the battle we always have when we see Arsenal and Manchester United play in the Premier League. Yeah, it's been replicated here by Granit Xhaka and Paul Pogba. The players are determined to want to help the teams advance to the quarterfinals. Xhaka will take the free kick. 5 Swiss players making their way to the 18-yard box. Here's Akonji. Akonji has a strike. It's off Marcus Thuram. It's cleared by Benjamin Pavard, and Sissoko is stopped by Vargas, throwing for France. This message says France will lose this game. Mbappe is not in his prime tonight. He would have been substituted instead of Antoine Griezmann. I'm upset. I see an upset as Switzerland was killed through. This is the next message. The crossing by Rabiot, not the best of crosses. Yes, Kimpembe goes past his marker, Kimpembe, and then was looking for Mbappe. Mbappe stopped. The whistle goes. Free kick for France. It's taken quickly. Kante, Mbappe. Mbappe's cross looking for Giroud. It's cleared by Akonji. Akonji for Mbappe. Mbappe knocks it down for Paul Pogba, and then personal Kimpembe, a crossing for Giroud. The header is on target, but Jan Sommer goes and gets that so easily. Olivier Giroud has given them, chances going forward. He should be more creative. That was a lovely header, by the way, from Olivier Giroud, but it was a better save by Jan Sommer. He didn't want any ball to get past him, and he did that so well against the header coming from that man, Paul Pogba. Free kick for Switzerland, and proceedings seem to be going in their favor as it's almost done and dusted. I think it's also going to be the same 1 minute, which was added in the first period of extra time, also being added here. Maybe Xhaka with a chance to have a strike on goal. Granit Xhaka takes a deep breath as the Swiss fans are hoping that this goes in. Xhaka with a free kick for Switzerland in the dying seconds. Xhaka's strike is wayward and just over the bar. I wonder how Roger Federer must be feeling watching his team play that. He'll be thinking of the Wimbledon, I guess. Well, you never can tell. You never can tell what he would be thinking. He's thinking about his game, of course, tomorrow, but you don't know what he's thinking about this game. And the whistle's gone. That is it. We have the first penalty shootout of Euro 2020. And who gets it on the night? Penalties, like I always say. It's no man's game. Will it be France? Will it be Switzerland? Let's get to thoughts just before the start of the penalty shootouts down here on the show. Dorcas, you want the entertainment, you've gotten it. Yes, I have. Are you still sticking with France winning? Well, right now, I don't know. I hate penalties a whole lot. It's devastating to watch. Dorcas hates penalties. Guess what? I love penalties. Let's get to thoughts on the show. 0817 923 000.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021.
It's into the hands of these two men, Hugo Lloris and Jan Sommer. They have to pull something out as quickly as possible and ensure that their teams get the victory. Who gets the first kick? Who gets the victory? We will find out shortly as they make their way to the goalpost. Switzerland will be having the first kick of the penalties. And it goes down to that man, Mario Gravanovic. It's Gravanovic who sets the ball down. He's up against Hugo Lloris. Will he go to Lloris's right or left? Will he score, or will it be Lloris making that save? Gravanovic. The referee, Rapalini, is talking to Lloris, trying to tell him you have to stay on the lines. Don't move away from that lines, or else the penalty will be retaken. Hugo Lloris. He's up against Gravanovic. Keeping his cool, Gravanovic has waited so long to have this kick. Gravanovic, and yes, he scores. Centuries the wrong way. What a way to start for Switzerland.
What a way to start for Switzerland. The tension is really loud here. I can feel how the fans feel already down there in the stadium in Bucharest. And come on, it's not exciting at all.
It's the longest walk in football from the center line to the 18-yard box just to have the kick from the 12-yard spot. And the first man for France is Paul Pogba. He's had a wonderful Euro 2020. has also had a goal tonight. Can he score the first in the penalty for Switzerland? Paul Pogba versus Jan Sommer. Calm, cool, collected. Pogba takes the run, has the strike, sends Jan Sommer the wrong way, and a goal for Paul Pogba.
1-1. It is the penalty shootout started with Switzerland scoring the first. Pogba came on for France and he scored the first for France. So it is now 1-1.
1-1. Pogba hugs Lloris. You have to save this. I guess this is what Pogba will be telling Hugo Lloris. Who's up next for Switzerland? It's Cha.
I don't trust him.
A defender. Cha is up against Hugo Lloris. He has to be cool like Gravanovic and Pogba have been. Shah up against Lloris. Shah, easy, simple, sends Lloris the wrong way. What a goal that is.
What a goal. The fans of Switzerland, they are believing, they are excited. The enthusiasm from the fans is unspeakable here in the studio. And you could see how the bench is also happy with that shot from Shah. I can't wait for this to finish.
The next penalty taker for France. It's Olivier Giroud. The Champions League winner with Chelsea. The World Cup winner with France. A finalist of Euro 2016 with France. Can he lead the France team or score a goal that will help France get to the quarterfinals? Is Giroud versus Sommer. Olivier Giroud will take just 2 steps and Giroud sends Sommer the wrong way. Scores. Brilliant penalty from Giroud.
Well taken, calm, he chose the right spot to send the ball to, send Sommer the wrong way. It left with a strike from Olivier Giroud and it was just a time for him to leave forward.
It's 2-2 in penalties. As Akonji, I'll have to call his full name, Manuel Obafemi Akonji, steps up. A penalty as he's up against Hugo Lloris. Lloris walking inside the goalpost. Akonji, who applies his trade for Borussia Mönchengladbach, up against Lloris. Akonji, what a penalty, what a goal. Lloris doesn't even move and has gotten the 3rd goal from the penalty shootout for Switzerland.
The 3rd for Switzerland, and the fans once again are believing in what those players can do. They've lost all 3 penalty shootouts in competitive tournaments, and this time they really look like they want to advance to the quarterfinals.
Marcus Thuram, son of Lilian Thuram. He has to score. Pressure is on him as France are now losing, although they've kicked the penalty less. Marcus Thuram staring at the ball. Whistle goes. Thuram makes his way, has a strike. Sommer follows, but Thuram scores. That's 3-3 in penalty shootout.
3-3. Thuram's penalty was almost, taken away by Jan Sommer, but then he didn't do enough. He didn't stretch out enough to send that ball away.
Benzema shouting, screaming from the bench. Thuram hugs Lloris, taps him on the back, and it's all about the save as Vargas is up against Hugo Lloris. Vargas, Lloris bends, looking even as a couple of fans from Switzerland don't want to watch this. Vargas versus Lloris. Vargas scores. Shocked Lloris didn't save that. It's a goal for Vargas. 4 and back. Pressure on France.
Yes, the pressure is back now on France. Hugo Lloris had his hands to that ball, his right hand to that ball, but I think the firepower from the ball was just too much for Hugo Lloris to keep the ball out.
Really surprising how he didn't save that. A poor penalty from Vargas, but he'll be happy that he's hit to the back of the net.
Most definitely.
Presnel Kimpembe. He's been brilliant all day. And he has to be brilliant with his penalties. Fingers crossed for the French fans. Fingers crossed for the French players. Fingers crossed also for Didier Deschamps, the coach of France, as Kimpembe is up against Soma. Personal Kimpembe, and he scores, although he had Jan Soma following that.
No penalty saved just yet by Igor Lloris and Jan Somers. All players are scoring. There's no missed penalties just yet. And just a few minutes ago, it was, of course, Personal Kimpembe who scored the fourth to make it all level 4-4 in the penalty shootout.
Kimpembe has made it 4-all. Switzerland now have another kick. Let's confirm the taker. That's Mehmedi. Also one of the substitutes that came in the second half. Mehmedi up against Hugo Lloris. Will this be it for Lloris? Sends Lloris the wrong way, and it's a goal for Mehmedi. It's the last kick from the first 5, and it's real pressure on France.
I do think that the goalkeepers would not be saving any ball here today. It's just going to be players who might be missing theirs and see who advances to the quarters.
Who has the last kick for France? It's that star boy, Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, the star boy, has to score, just like he did at the World Cup. Wasn't in penalty shootouts, but we're talking of someone that has lived up to the billings from Monaco to PSG, also representing France. Mbappe is up against Soma. Mbappe fakes it cool. Mbappe misses, and that is it. Switzerland have gotten that victory. Switzerland has gotten the victory. Yes, they have. That is it. Jan Sommer made the save. Switzerland are through to the quarterfinals of Euro 2020. If there would be someone to miss, you won't believe it. It will be Kylian Mbappe. It's done and dusted. Switzerland have won down here at Bucharest.
It was unbelievable. I never expected it. This time around, it is Switzerland who took out the world champions here in Bucharest. Though it's penalty shootout, but it was a sublime shootout from the Switzerland players. They are excited, they are happy, but the France team looks devastated, they look disappointed, and I think they should. I was going to say this, that if Kylian Mbappe misses, it's going to haunt him for a very long time, and I do think that it will haunt him a whole lot.
Star players have missed penalties. Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, Ronaldinho. It's not going to stop him from being that star boy that he's always been, Mbappe. Well, what a disappointing night it is for Mbappe. What a disappointing night it is for the world champions France, as Jan Sommer saves this brilliantly. And I'd say good win for Switzerland. We just have to play this bill, and maybe if I'm back, I'll see if I can take a few calls, 1 or 2 calls certainly. It's still 92.3 Nigeria info, and it's live commentary of the Euro 2020.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global, and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the